road team here tonight. Lauren Billy, Chantel Mack, Sharayla Brown, Ashlyn Mead, and Alexis Young. And Shea Brown wins it for East Central, moving right to left. Lauren Billy with a little jumper. Shot off the mark, no good. Southmoore with a rebound only for a moment, but coming up with a steal was Chantel Mack, who's going to reset things for East Central. Defensively for Southmoore, it's Sarithia Hawkins, Alyssa Jones, Kira Hanna, Alexis Young, and Jamie Shepard. That's the starting five for Southmoore in their home white uniforms. Michael Knight, Kevin Ward courtside here at ORU. Pass to Mack at the free throw line, and she loses it out of bounds. About 35 seconds into the first quarter, still no score. We just had an overtime classic with the Wasso beating Victory Christian 83-79. Three ball on the way, no good. Rebound by East Central. Both teams empty on their first two possessions. Mack crosses over to her left. Facing a 2-3 zone from Southmoore. Left wing, skip pass now to Alexis Young. Young taking instruction from head coach Sammy Mack. Pass to Lauren Billy, launches a three from the left wing, shot no good. Rebound Southmoore. Loose ball now goes out of bounds. You're going to say East Central had it. East Central got here by beating Adair yesterday, 62-54 in the first game of the TOC. Southmoore beat Sterling with ease, 61-33 off the inbound pass. A quick shot in the paint for Ashlyn Mead. Was off the mark, but she was fouled going up, so she'll go to the free throw line.
Every year, the TOC will rotate which gender plays at what time. Last year, the nightcap each night was a boys' game. This year, the nightcap is a girls' game tonight and tomorrow. Next year, they'll flip that, so the boys will be the last game of the year, of the night each night.
Ashlyn Mead makes both free throws, I thought. You're only saying it's 1-0. Did I miss something here?
You know, I wasn't paying attention, but I think she must have missed one.
Interesting. Southmoore turns the ball over. Lauren Billy quickly on the attack for East Central. Her missed shot was a little too hard off the back iron. Southmoore coming up with the board, and sandwiched in between a couple defenders is Jamie Shepard. She's fouled by East Central. Yeah, I guess Mead missed the first free throw.
Well, Jamia Shepard, a 5'9" junior, is acting like point guard for Southmoore, and she's not the quickest of players, and that's going to play into East Central's hand when they're pressing the ball coming up the court.
She's at the top of the key. Doesn't look like she's going to play inside the perimeter at all. Southmoore moving it around now. Left wing, the Lady Cats have it. Now, the boys' teams are known as the Saber Cats. The girls' teams are just the Lady Cats. 2 minutes into this, a missed shot by Southmoore. The Lady Cats still looking for their first basket. East Central, another quick trigger offensively. Can't get that one to fall. Back the other way comes Southmoore. Left wing, Shepard has it. She launches, gets the three ball.
Well, that's maybe why the girl you think is a post player is out there playing point guard, because that was a really nice rhythm three.
East Central to their left. Turnaround in the lane for Shea Brown off the mark, and no good. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot two.
I'm telling you what, man, there is some power on both these teams. And we just saw right there Brown going to the hole with some authority, and Southmoore's got their share of power as well. You got Karia Hanna and Shepard both.
Brown misses both free throws. It's 3-1 in favor of Southmoore. 3 minutes into the first quarter, controlling it is Alyssa Jones. Right wing underneath she goes. Turnaround jumper, no good from Hawkins. East Central with the rebound. Brown hands off to Mack. Mack crosses half court. Looks left, goes right to Lauren Billy. Billy to her left, a pass is weak and intercepted by Southmoore. Turned over, Lady Cats quickly going the other way. And coast to coast goes Jamie Shepard. She's got all 5 Southmoore points.
Somebody just has to play defense on her.
Entry pass to Ashlyn Mead. Poked away, Southmoore going the other way. 5-1 they lead over East Central. All alone is Hawkins underneath. Shot no good, but she's fouled from behind. She had 17 points last night. The 6-foot senior will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throws for Southmoore. East Central has yet to score from the field. All they've made are free throws. And they've only made 1. As Southmoore extends their lead to 6-1. Second free throw off the back iron. Shea Brown controls the board, tosses it to Lauren Billy. Billy looked like for a moment she was going to run it up, but calms down, tosses to Chantel Mack, who puts up a 3. Brown with the offensive board, turn around, now she goes to Billy. Baseline J, no good. Rebound, poked out of bounds. Going over the back was Lauren Billy. Billy went over the back of Kiera Hanna.
Well, I like what I see out of Brown for East Central. Just doesn't play out of control. A lot of times what she just did when she made that spin move, she would continue on and just run over a player and pick up a foul. But instead, she kicks it out to the wing for a 3-point shot. It was awesome play.
Entry pass underneath. Stolen away by East Central. 6-1 in favor of the Lady Cats. And I'll tell you what, the energy in this building has just evaporated after that overtime game we just had.
Well, so is the crowd. It's about half what it was, or less.
Yeah. Lauren Billy with the basket, first field goal for East Central. Southmoore a little too fast, going back the other way. Nearly turned it over. East Central touched it last as it went out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Cats. Lauren Billy now coming up with a steal. 5 minutes into the first quarter, Southmoore with a 6-3 advantage. A pass underneath, stolen away by Jamie Shepard. Outlet pass out to Hawkins. Hawkins to Hanna. Hanna with the right hand, throws up a shot off the glass. Didn't really have a chance, but she was fouled going up. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Boy, Shepard has got some basketball savvy. You can tell in how she carries herself on the court. Always has her head up, looking up the court for a teammate. She's got great skill. You just got to know that she could be a lot quicker.
Hanna makes the first of 2 free throws. Alexis Payton has checked in for East Central. Hanna leaves the second free throw short. It's 7-3 in favor of Southmoore. Mack crosses half court with a right hand yo-yo dribble. Goes to the right wing. Picks up her dribble. She's in trouble. Needs to find a teammate. Does. Hands it off to Emmy Sims. Sims runs over a Southmoore defender and draws the foul.
Well, East Central ranked #1 in the state in 5A basketball, and I know that they have seen some talented teams, but they just seem to be playing a step behind Southmoore, not understanding the quickness of this Lady Cats team.
Well, they're not really in control at all on their offensive sets. We'll see what they get here. Nice look underneath for Alexis Payton. She can't finish at the glass. Back to Chantel Mack. Mack can't get the basket. Actually, that is not Alexis Payton. That is Danielle Moore. Back the other way for Southmoore. You have Sarithia Hawkins going up for a jumper in the lane, and again Southmoore awarded free throws. Hawkins went 1 for 2 on her last trip. She makes the first here.
Well, Hawkins missed all of last season with an elbow injury. But before that, or most of the season, before that, she averaged 20 points a ball game. She has signed with the University of Houston.
Hawkins missed the second free throw. Quickly the other way comes East Central. Pass kicked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lady Cardinals. East Central has sent one of their players to Houston off of last year's team, Janae Arnold. Signed with Houston a year ago. East Central double dribbles here. Turns the ball back over to Southmoore.
Yeah, East Central's offense just seems to be like they're trying to perform in molasses. You know, it's very slow moving, not with a whole lot of intent.
Entry pass underneath, nearly stolen away. It's brought back. Now another foul underneath the basket. I believe this is going to be an over the back call. That is team foul number 6 on, or excuse me, it's on Southmoore. So team foul number 5 on Southmoore. Either way, both teams playing aggressive here. East Central up ahead. They go to Alexis Payton. Payton underneath. Shot no good on the left side. Rebound Southmoore. Nice crossover dribble. Pass up ahead. Shot from about 8 feet. No good. In and out for Alyssa Jones. Danielle Moore came up with a rebound.
You look at this lineup for Southmoore, Michael. 5'11", 6 foot, 6 foot, 6 foot, 5'9". I mean, it's one of the taller girls teams I've ever seen.
I think all of those are program heights. Because I'm looking, and I'll tell you, I don't think there's any way Alyssa Jones is 5'9". That's just me.
Maybe that's counting the hair that's, you know, bundled up on top. Gives some height for the hair.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll give her that.
I'm just guessing.
Meanwhile, back to action on the floor. Alexis Payton is standing at the free throw line, shooting 2 free throws. First one was no good. Second free throw flung up there first free throw was good. Second free throw was off the mark for Alexis Payton. Lady Cats moving left to right underneath the basket, and another whistle and another foul on East Central. This is the 6th team foul on East Central, and the active shooting was Hawkins, a 6-foot senior. She's back to the free throw line where she has struggled from the charity stripe here in the early going. She's shooting 50%. Just made that one. She's now up to 60. And she continues to raise it with another made free throw. Hasn't made a field goal yet. She's now 4 for 6 from the free throw line. East Central breaks the Southmoore press with ease, and Danielle Moore underneath for the basket.
Well, that was an awesome play. Everybody knew where their teammates should be, and they convert a layup.
30 seconds left. Southmoore on the attack here late in the first quarter. Underneath, turnaround on the block, shot no good. Going back to the free throw line is Hawkins, where she's lived here in the first quarter.
You did your pin like you were Jimmy Fallon writing thank you notes. I was waiting for the guitarist to. You don't watch Jimmy Fallon?
I don't.
You need to catch Friday night thank you notes. It's hilarious.
Okay. Hawkins makes both free throws and immediately goes to sit down. That's what she gets for making both free throws, is a seat on the bench. 12-6 in favor of Southmoore. Full court pressure from the Lady Cats. East Central needs to pass half court. They do. Danielle Moore left all alone. Top of the key, knocks down the tray.
Wow.
Or are they going to say that was a 2?
Good looking shot, though.
I think they're only going to count that for 2. Either way, nice shot from Danielle Moore, top of the key. Southmoore at the buzzer, shot no good. We've reached the end of 1. It is 12-8 in favor of Southmoore. A battle of Class 6A and Class 5A, two of the top teams regardless of class. Lady Cats enjoying a 12-8 advantage over the Lady Cardinals. This is the 50th anniversary of the Tournament of Champions.
From 2 stories to 20. From ready apps to emergency response. From your community to a nationwide network. The cleanup specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO. Everything under your roof, everyone under ours. Helping to make fire and water damage like it never even happened.
Southmoore leads East Central 12-8 at the end of 1. Back to action here in the second quarter. Michael Knight, Kevin Ward broadcasting live at ORU's Mabee Center. Southmoore with an empty possession to start the second period. Lady Cardinals back the other way. Lauren Billy with a drive on the baseline. Before she put the ball on the deck, she traveled with it.
Well, I like what I've been seeing lately out of East Central's offense, though. Getting some nice shots, knocking them down, which is even better.
Those are both keys to a win. They still trail by 4. Nice pass into the paint from Southmoore. Left the floater short, though, off the front of the iron. Alexis Payton has it in transition for East Central. Going to go all the way to the basket. Shot no good, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And I really like what I'm seeing out of Danielle Moore, just a sophomore, listed as 6'2". So you're thinking she's only like 5'8"?
I'll give her 5'10", 5'11".
Okay. Well, regardless, as a sophomore, athletically what I'm seeing out of her with her shot, outlet passes she made on the last rebound was crisp and sharp, a little two-handed chest pass on the money. I think she's going to be a really good player for Coach Mack in the future.
Alexis Payton converted on 1 of 2 free throws. Southmoore turns the ball over on the other end. And a minute into the second quarter, East Central cutting into this lead. They trail 12-9. Lady Cardinals into the Tournament of Champions for what seems like the 10th consecutive year. They're always one of the top teams in the state, and that's the reason why they get the invite to the TOC. As Lauren Billy knocks down a tray, she's got 5 points. The first three-pointer, or excuse me, the second three-pointer of the game. Jamie Shepard knocked down a 3 earlier in the first quarter. Southmoore with a response as Hannah hits a shot underneath. She has 3 points, and Southmoore back on top, 14-12. Chantel Mack goes to her left into the paint to Shea Brown, underneath to Danielle Jones.
Wow.
Moore. Danielle Moore can't finish underneath, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
That was just, what a great catch. And the spin she made to her left to get that shot off. She got fouled, but I'm just telling you, this little sophomore, she's going to be something by the time she's a senior.
Puts the first free throw off the back iron, no good. Second free throw is left well short. Barely hit the front of the iron.
Okay, so she's got to work on her free throws.
A little bit. 2 minutes into the second
Leave
quarter.
her alone, Michael.
She's only a sophomore. Southmoore on top by 2. Nice bounce pass, drive baseline, finish with the left hand, got it. Good play there And Hawkins finishes with the left hand. That's her first field goal. She's got 8 points to lead all scorers for Southmoore. 16-12 in favor of the Lady Cats. Chantel Mack has the left wing. Goes top of the key to Alexis Payton. Right wing to Lauren Billy. Underneath to Shea Brown. Brown working on the block. Turnaround. Baseline J. No good. Guess who's there? Danielle Moore. Can't finish on the putback. Hawkins is off to the races for Southmoore. She drives into the paint with the right hand. Layup off the glass. No good. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. She's fouled on the play. Hawkins is 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Throws up the first one and knocks it in. Now has 9 points. Southmoore's lead is 17-12 with 5:27 left. Knocks down that one as well. 18-12. Just when you thought East Central was starting to build some momentum, the Lady Cats extend the lead to 6. In the corner goes East Central. They go top of the key. Billy left all alone, launches for 3. This one off to the right. She knew it was off immediately. Losing it out of bounds was Emmy Sims. Over to Southmoore. Pass underneath was too high. Alyssa Jones trying to get it to Hawkins on the block. Right over her head and out of bounds on the baseline to our right. 5 minutes, 1 second left in the second quarter. East Central of Tulsa trailing Southmoore 18-12. The winner moves on to face the Muskogee Lady Ruffers, who were dominant in their semifinal game, a victory over Booker T. Washington. East Central on the block. Shea Brown throws it out to Alexis Payton, who has to run it down. She wasn't where Brown originally intended for her to be when she threw that pass. Payton had to run the ball down. Billy now controls it for East Central. Tosses to her left to Chantel Mack. Mack goes back to the top of the key. Now left wing, right wing to Billy. Billy drive, shot rejected into the hands. Wow, what a lucky play. You had to be the right place, right time. Emmy Sims cashes in on that play. She's got 2. Southmoore with a quick basket. Off the mark, East Central off to the races, 18-14. Back and forth basketball here at the Mabee Center. Some exciting games today. Memorial beating Edmond Santa Fe.
4-point game.
The overtime game we just witnessed, and this game has been relatively close for the most part. Neither team has gotten into a flow of things, as Lauren Billy just knocked down a jumper in the paint. I don't believe they're going to count it. No, they're not. They're going to say the foul was on the floor. Either way, Billy gets free throws because they're in the bonus. She's shooting a 1-and-1.
Boy, another all-female refereeing crew. This is the second that we've seen today. The other girls' game had an all-female refereeing crew as well.
In and out on the first 1-and-1. Southmoore with possession, moving left to right. Shot underneath. I like the game of Saritha Hawkins. She's got 12 to lead all scorers, and she's really a force underneath. One of the better players that we've seen so far here on the girls' side of the TOC. Alexis Payton with a jumper on the block, no good. 3 minutes left in the second quarter, 20-14 in favor of Southmoore. Alexis Payton standing at the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. And that's where she's done all of her damage here so far. 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. Leaves this first one short and off to the right.
Lauren Billy, really the three-point sharpshooter for East Central, the other D1 signee on the court, signed with UT Arlington. her season high has been 25 in a tournament win over, or a tournament game against an Arkansas team.
2:54 left as Alexis Payton continues the trend of missing the first free throw and knocking down the second. She's 50% on the night. And East Central continues the trend of fouling Southmoore on the other end, as neither team has been able to get any kind of momentum, just a foul fest here in the early going. Both teams playing extremely aggressive.
Well, that's what you get when you get two highly ranked teams like these two are. Southmoore ranked in 6A girls basketball in the top 10. East Central #1 in 5A.
Jamie Shepard makes both free throws. Southmoore's lead extends to 22-15, although the scoreboard has gone out here at the Mabee Center, and therefore our scoreboard on the website has gone out as well. It's 22-15. They've come back up slowly but surely. Another turnover for Southmoore. 2:20 left in the second quarter. I'm just looking around the Mabee Center, and there were probably, what do you think the attendance was for that last game? 3,000, 3,500?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably.
I don't think that there's 1,000 people in here now.
No, I'm going to even guess that there probably isn't 500.
Emptied out in a hurry. East Central trying to get something going here, trailing by 7. 2:05 left in the second quarter. Lauren Billy launches for three, gets it to go. That could be the spark that they need. That's her second three of the second quarter and give her 8 points on the game, 22-18. Southmoore on top. The Lady Cats trying to respond. Shot no good. Hawkins is right there for the putback. She doesn't get it, but she's going to the free throw line to shoot two, where she has lived here this evening. 8 of 10 from the charity stripe so far.
That's why when you're running a zone defense like East Central was running, that you have got to keep the ball from penetrating the lane. Once it gets past your first line of defense, the second line has to converge on the ball, and then there's either an easy pass for a layup to someone standing all alone, or they'll get the rebound off of a missed layup. So whether you're playing that zone defense, man, that first line of defense, you cannot let the ball penetrate past and into the lane.
Hawkins made both free throws. East Central on the other end, moving right to left, turned the ball over. The Lady Cardinals had a close game with Adair throughout the contest yesterday in the first round, so they're no stranger to being down here in the TOC. Wanting to come back as Southmoore travels with it. Or are they going to say that she was fouled on the play?
I'm not sure about that.
It was Alexis Young driving to the basket, a 6-foot sophomore. Took about 5 steps to get into the paint. There was some contact. I don't know that
it was after about
foul.
the fourth step.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of contact, but she had traveled long before the contact occurred.
And a long time ago, Rasheed Wallace said that ball don't lie.
She missed the free throw.
And it doesn't.
Oh, that great philosopher, Rasheed Wallace.
She made the second. Goes 50% on that trip, 25-18. 1:10 left in the first half. The Lady Cats on top by 7. East Central with control of it here, moving right to left as we near halftime of the final, or the 8th game here today at ORU. Alexis Payton has it, under a minute left. Payton has it on the perimeter. East Central just moving it around here. We'll see what they can get offensively. They drive inside the three-point line only to pull it back out. Moving over to her left is Chantel Mack. She's got to get some separation, in danger of a 5-second call. A little floater out of control. Could have gotten that shot at any point. Southmoore back the other way. Easy basket for Hawkins. She's got 16. It's 27-18 in favor of Southmoore, pulling away here late in the second quarter. 16 seconds left. Meade to Peyton. Peyton trying to go underneath to Brown. Brown on the block, double teamed. Somehow gets in between defenders. Shot off the glass, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with East Central.
Man, I'd be getting that sophomore back on the floor.
Inbound pass now goes to Peyton. Peyton launches for three, left wing, off the back iron, no good. And we've reached the end of the first half. Southmoore in control of this one as they're not letting East Central get into rhythm at all. They lead it 27-18 over the Lady Cardinals of the Tulsa Public Schools. East Central. When we come back, we'll have the halftime stats and analysis. The Tulsa Shock taking the floor now for the halftime show here at the Mabee Center, so we'll step aside. It is the 50th anniversary of the Tournament of Champions.
Under the roof of a home or business, damage can happen. When it does, turn to the specialists who put help in the palm of your hand. The Ready app and emergency response plans from 1-800-SERVE-PRO, like it never even happened. From 2 stories to 20. From ready apps to emergency response. From your community to a nationwide network. The cleanup specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO. Everything under your roof, everyone under ours. Helping to make fire and water damage like it never even happened.
They lost that lead real quick, and then it was 12-12. They fought back after getting down by as many as 6 to tie it at 12 with 6:50 to play in the second quarter, but that's when Southmoore really took off from that point forward, as you said, to get their biggest lead of the game. And East Central hitting only 28% of their shots from the floor.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to change. East Central's a good basketball team. I would bet that they're going to do what?
So look at the shots taken. It's 21-14.
I know. This is a team in East Central that you would not – I would not bet that they're going to shoot as poorly as they did in the first half, but you never know. Southmoore, a very good basketball team.
Free throw line is where Southmore's made their living here in this first half, 14 of 18.
Most of that coming from Hawkins, 10 of 12 from the charity stripe.
They've outscored Southmoore by 10 or East Central by 10 at the free throw line. Both teams have made 6 field goals. It's just that East Central 6 of 21. Southmoore more deliberate, better shots, better shooters, obviously, 6 of 14. You got 6 offensive rebounds for East Central, only 2 for Southmoore. Rebounds are even. Turnovers are even. So it's really the free throw line's been the difference.
When we come back, we'll have third quarter basketball. Plus, we'll take a look at tomorrow's action. Consolation brackets, winners bracket, third place game, first place game, fifth place game, seventh place game. We have it all here on the Sports Animal and streaming live on okhardwood.tv. Second half action plus a look at tomorrow's slate of games when we come back. This is the 100th anniversary of the Tournament of Champions.
From 2 stories to 20. From ready apps to emergency response. From your community to a nationwide network. The cleanup specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO. Everything under your roof, everyone under ours. Helping to make fire and water damage like it never even happened.
Back to action here in the third quarter. Michael Knight, Kevin Ward broadcasting live. Kenny Rumsey is our in-studio producer now. Our thanks to Todd Ogle, who was a part of the broadcast team for the better parts of today, this afternoon, and this evening. 3 ball from Lauren. Billy knocked down. Nice tray from Billy. She hit 2 of those in the first half. Gets the second half started in a great way for East Central. She now has 11. Southmoore trying to respond, and they quickly do. That's another thing. East Central hasn't been able to get on any sort of a run here. When they score, Southmoore quickly responds. 29-21 is the score as Billy tosses to her left. Now top of the key to Mack. Left wing. Now into the corner goes Billy. Billy back in between the 2 circles. Now left wing, East Central, no danger right now of doing anything with the basketball, just moving it around the perimeter. Shea Brown trying to establish positioning underneath. Now she gets the basketball out to Billy. Pump fake, pull up Jay. Before she did, she shuffled her feet. Coming up tomorrow, the very first game of the day, 9 a.m. Sterling taking on Adair in the 7th place game of the girls bracket. 10:30, we have the 7th place game of the boys bracket, which will feature Lokiba Sickles and Tahlequah Sequoia. A timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout for Southmoore. Perfect timing as I go into the slate of games. Thank you, Southmoore, for taking that timeout. At noon, it'll be the consolation game on the girls' side between Fort Gibson and Preston, followed by the consolation game on the boys' side, which will feature Atoka and, let's see, Glencoe. Yes, Atoka and Glencoe in the consolation game at 1:30. Then you have the winner's bracket game starting at 4 o'clock. The third place matchup featuring Booker T. Washington and the loser of this game, which as of right now it looks like we might have a TPS showdown in the third place game. Third place game on the boys' side will feature Victory Christian and Edmond Santa Fe. Championship game at 7 o'clock. On the girls' side, Muskogee will face the winner of this game at 8:30. On the boys' side, Memorial set to showdown with Owasso. Back to action here. Southmoore moving right to left here in the third period. They lead it 29-21. Shepard controlling the point. Goes underneath to Hawkins. Hawkins off the backboard. No good. Rebound East Central. Lady Cardinals moving it up ahead. Mack has the top of the key. She wants to drive with the left hand. Throws up a prayer of a shot that's not answered. No foul call. Southmoore comes up with it. I mean, it didn't have a shot.
I'm assuming she was just trying to draw a foul because it was the worst shot she could have taken.
Shepard tosses to Jones, who launches for three. Not many three balls taken by Southmoore in the first half. Alyssa Jones, who's yet to score, she did not knock that tray down. 29-21 remains the score. East Central top of the key, goes to her left to Lauren Billy. Underneath to Ashlyn Mead. Mead picks up her dribble, goes left wing. Now underneath. Shea Brown has it on the block. Top of the key to Mack. Mack knocks down the jumper. Her foot was on the line. It'll only count for two. That's her first basket of the game. Jones has it right wing underneath. Nice pass to get it to Hannah on the block. Hannah with the turnaround. The jumper was no good. She will go to the free throw line. Actually, they're going to say the foul was on the floor. I'm just used to saying Southmoore is going to the free throw line. They spent a lot of time there in the first half. Hannah gets the inbound pass. The first shot was kind of just tossed up there. Got her own miss and was able to put it back up and in. (31-23). Southmoore again. Lauren Billy, three ball off to the left. Lady Cats with the rebound. Up ahead to Jones. Jones, jumper in the lane, no good. Shea Brown with a rebound. East Central needs to get something here and start cutting into the Southmoore lead. Handoff, top of the key. Billy has it. Nice floating pass to Mack. Baseline jumper, too strong. Rebound Southmoore, and they're going at it underneath. Shea Brown trying to get it away from Alexis Young. Alexis Young had the perfect position, though, and Brown gets whistled for the reach-in.
Well, one of the issues for Brown, for East Central, when she's finding herself in a crowd because the minute she gets the ball down on the block, she's getting triple-teamed, and it's triple-teamed by legit or not legit 6-footers, and even at 6'3", you know, she's getting defended by taller players than she's used to.
Southmoore turns the ball over on that possession. They come up empty. 31-23 remains the score here in the third quarter. Already halfway through the third period. Chantel Mack, only 2 fouls called here in the third quarter. Now that I said it's probably about to be a whistle fest. Lauren Billy all alone in the corner, gets the three ball to fall. Billy now has 14. 4 trays for Lauren Billy, the UT Arlington signee. Southmoore drive into the paint, shot no good. It's going to stay with the Lady Cats. We have a new entry into the game for Southmoore, Nikale Maciel, 5'5" freshman, into the game for Southmoore. 31-26, Alyssa Jones has it in the corner. Southmoore has been able to respond every time East Central gets around this spot, but now they turn it over. Up ahead, the pass goes to Billy. Billy finishes with the left hand. East Central, and Lauren Billy has 16. They're within one possession. 3-point deficit now. Southmoore up ahead, driving, shot, no good. Offensive board, Lady Cats, basket off the backboard. Another offensive rebound. Loose ball goes to Lauren Billy. East Central has a shot to tie it up. Billy up ahead. Floats it past to Chantel Mack. Mack traveled, no call. Bounce pass to Shea Brown. Can't finish underneath. Got her own miss. Goes back up with it. Count the basket and the foul. Sherayla Brown just scored her first points of the night. 6'3" senior who has started for several years. Shea Brown is going to have one free throw to tie it up, 31-30 with 2:35 left. There is a 60-second timeout. We'll step aside for 30. Southmoore on top by 1, 2:35 left in the third quarter. This is the 50th anniversary of the Tournament of Champions.
From 2 stories to 20. From ready apps to emergency response. From your community to a nationwide network. The cleanup specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO. Everything under your roof, everyone under ours. Helping to make fire and water damage like it never even happened.
East Central with a free throw to tie things up at 31 apiece. It's been a while since it's been tied up. I believe 12-12 was the last time, and I don't think East Central has led in this game.
Yeah, 1-0.
Oh, they have.
They led 1-0. That's been their only lead.
It's all downhill after that. Well, they got a chance here to tie things up, a defensive stop and another point.
I got to be back here at 8 in the morning. I might just see if I can borrow a cot.
I'm sure they got some kind of cot here in the Mabee Center.
Just stay the night.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. I'll be right back here at 8 a.m.
Let's have a sports animal lock-in here at the Mabee Center.
You going to bring the Raisin Canes?
Absolutely.
Southmoore turns the ball over on that possession. East Central with some momentum here. 2:19 left in the third quarter. That's what's been missing here for the Lady Cardinals, is every time they score a basket, Southmoore immediately responds, but the Lady Cardinals on a bit of a run. This is only the second time it's been tied up. It was last tied when it was 12 apiece. East Central trying to take their first lead since when they led very, very early in this game, 1-0, but they turn it over here. Only to get it right back after the turnover. Southmoore traveled with it. That was the freshman, Maciel. New into the game, she walked with it, gives it right back to East Central. Lady Cardinals set to inbound. Nice pass to Danielle Jones. Or Danielle Moore. I keep wanting to call her Danielle Jones. Danielle Moore, the sophomore.
She's about to break out right here.
Back into the game, and she's got 6 points. Gives East Central their largest lead, which is 2. Only for a moment, a 3-ball by Maciel gives Southmoore the lead right back. 34-33 in favor of the Lady Sabercats. So they've had the lead for what, all of 20 seconds in this game?
No, I think it actually 1-0 for about 50 seconds.
Oh, man.
So about a minute.
Southmoore up ahead. Lady Cats, pardon me. Have an empty possession there. A shot in the lane, no good. Billy off to the races. She's going to pull up from about 15. Shot somehow goes in. Count the basket. Give her a free throw on the and one situation. 34-33 is the score. Lauren Billy has gone off here in this game. She's got 18 points. And she's at the free throw line for the first time tonight, trying to get 19 points and give East Central their largest lead, and they got it. 36-34. Saritha.
Wow, they called a technical foul, and this might be on Moore. After the made free throw and the ball came through, she kind of pushed a Lady Cat in the back. So it could be a technical on Moore for East Central, and I'm assuming that all of that is wrong. Every bit of it. Just forget I said anything.
Literally everywhere. No, a technical foul assessed to Southmoore.
I was right about the technical foul. Okay, got that right. There was a technical assessed.
Yes.
Just wrong person.
It wasn't even a person.
it was
a bench. The Southmoore bench.
How does a bench get a tee? What are they? It just sits there.
Lauren Billy made both technical free throws, and now the Lady Cardinals have a 4-point advantage and possession of the ball. 15-3 East Central run in about the last 4 minutes. Fantastic play here for East Central, and you knew that this was a team that wouldn't stay down like they were in the first half. They'd have an opportunity to make a run, and they've done that.
The shooting percentage was just so bad.
Yeah.
We knew that it couldn't stay that bad, and sure enough, you were right.
East Central. 45 seconds left, and this is your daily reminder. I'll go ahead and throw out the PSA. There needs to be a shot clock in high school basketball because we're looking at a possible 1 minute and 15-second possession, although East Central wants to move it around now. 30 seconds. Peyton nearly lost it out of bounds. She does. It was last touched by Southmoore.
It is a shot clock. It's a minute 15 shot clock.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to adjust the PSA. There needs to be a shorter shot clock in high school basketball.
They had to go over and tell Coach Kennedy Sace to have a seat, head coach at Southmoore.
Danielle Moore underneath to Mack. Mack traveled with it underneath. She was in no man's land.
She just should have dribbled out. Just dribble out of there.
In between 4 defenders. It's easy. All you have to do is just put the ball on the floor and dribble on out. Nope, turned it over. 20 seconds left. Southmoore down by 4 with possession of the ball. Right wing, thought about a 3. Now goes top of the key. Left wing, wide open tray. Off the mark to the left. Chantel Mack comes up with a rebound for East Central. 3 seconds left. I don't know if she is aware of the time. Tosses to Billy. Billy for 3 at the buzzer. Off the mark to the right. Mack had no idea. Billy knew. She got a quick release. And at the end of 3, East Central has raced out ahead 38-34 on Southmoore. 4th and final quarter coming up after this 60-second timeout. You're listening and watching the 50th anniversary of the Tournament of Champions.
Under the roof of a home or business, damage can happen. When it does, turn to the specialists who put help in the palm of your hand. The Ready app and emergency response plans from 1-800-SERVE-PRO, like it never even happened. From 2 stories to 20. From Ready apps to emergency response. From your community to a nationwide network. The cleanup specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO. Everything under your roof, everyone under ours, helping to make fire and water damage like it never even happened.
Back to action here in the 4th and final quarter. Southmoore with possession of the ball first. Michael Knight, Kevin Ward. Cole Ward courtside here at the Mabee Center. Kenneth Rumsey is our in-studio producer. Southmoore coming up empty on their first possession. East Central with a 38-34 lead. They outscored Southmoore 20-7 in the 3rd quarter to take this 4-point advantage. Lady Cardinals go empty on their possession. Southmoore trying to respond here. Shot off the mark. It was wide open from the freshman. She just left it a little too hard off the glass. Back the other way comes Danielle Moore. The sophomore misses the shot, gets the steal, nearly throws it away. Ball going to stay with East Central.
Question mark?
Go to Southmoore?
Question mark?
I know that it's going to be one of those two things.
Exclamation point. I think they're going to give it to East Central.
They are. It was a foul on Jamie Shepard.
How about Danielle Moore with the steal? Missed the shot, but fantastic play to get the steal.
Yes. She hasn't broken out like you suggested.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm gonna push her for all tournament.
She's got 6 minutes and 59 seconds to do it, at least in this game.
She got that hair, man. She looks like a live palm tree. That hair just coming out, just all flowing like that. In fact, that might be a good nickname for her, the palm tree.
East Central scores. The Lady Cardinals lead by 6. Shea Brown with the basket for East Central. Kevin Ward, color commentator / nickname giver. East Central picking up a foul on the other end. Lady Cats trailing by 6, without a doubt their largest deficit of the game. Not used to being in this situation. They dominated last night against Sterling to advance to the semifinal game. Moving around the perimeter, good movement. Open 3 off the mark. They get the offensive board though. Hawkins, who has been silent here in the second half, she goes to the basket. Shot is off the mark, but she's going to go back to the free throw line where she was 10 for 12 in the first half. But Hawkins, who had 16 points at halftime, is scoreless here in the second half. Until now.
I think the best looking pair of shoes on the floor belongs to Southmoore's Jamia Shepard. I think those are those KDs that she's wearing? Thunder colors. A little orange and blue. From Southmoore, you would think that probably would be so. You don't know your shoes? You don't know if those are KDs?
No idea.
She wearing KDs, Cole?
I'm just trying to watch the game. Not get a shoe breakdown.
That's my job as color analyst. I break it all down for you.
Yeah, to the next level, all the way down to the feet. East Central responds with a basket underneath. Alexis Payton with the basket. She's got 5 points now. East Central's lead goes back up to 6. Left all alone for 3, and knocking it down was Alyssa Jones. That's her first basket of the game, coming out a great time. Pulls Southmoore within 3, 42-39. 5.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Alexis Payton handing it off. Now a toss underneath to Shea Brown. Lauren Billy trying to get it into Brown. It was poked away from behind. Going over the back to poke it away with Southmoore. Foul on the floor. East Central will inbound under their own basket to our right. Tosses it into Alexis Payton, high post right side. Shot off the glass, no good. Billy with the offensive board. Put back good. Lauren Billy with, let's see, 22, 23, 23 points.
You're not going to give it up to Danielle Moore with the tip out on that rebound? Ball came down. She tipped it out to Billy. Okay.
Lauren Billy with 23. A timeout quickly after the make. And it's 44-39, 5:22 left in the fourth quarter. She's got good potential.
She's got great potential.
Sophomore.
She moves well, runs well. She chomps on that gum while she's playing. All great players will chomp on gum. Look at all the great players. It's one constant with all of them is they chomp on gum. Because he's got that nervous energy. He's going.
Who was the player in the NBA, and we're just going to go way off track here, who was the player who had to be chewing on a straw while he played?
In the NBA, I know UL Washington, who played baseball for the Royals back in the day, chewed on a toothpick all the time. They didn't know about a straw from a basketball player.
I don't know. He wasn't a great one, so I guess it needed to be gum and not a straw in order for him to be great. Southmoore with an empty possession out of the timeout. Under 5 minutes to go. East Central can run some clock here. Lauren Billy and East Central just motioning it around the perimeter. Up by 5, 44-39. They hold on to win. They'll move on to the championship game and take on Muskogee, who has been dominant so far this season. They had an overtime game against Fort Gibson. It was close for 4 quarters, and then OT happened. Muskogee ran away with it and was dominant in the extra period. They really handled Booker T. Washington this afternoon.
Cole says Karan Butler is your straw chewer.
Yeah, Karan Butler. He's not great, though, so that's...
No, he's not. He was at UConn when he played in college.
So there's a foul on the floor, and actually it was a foul on the shot. Alexis Payton standing at the free throw line, missing the first of 2 free throws. That's been the MO for Alexis Payton, as she's gone 1 for 2 on her last 3 trips. We'll see if she can continue the trend here and go 4 for 8 on the night. Makes that one. If you do it 4 times in a row, it's a trend.
For sure.
Missed the first, made the second.
Well, they were only 4 of 13 from the line at the half. Done a little better than that in the second half.
Thanks to Lauren Billy, who's 4 of 4 from the charity stripe here in the second half. Shot no free throws in the first. Foul on the East Central Lady Cardinals, sending Shepard to the free throw line. She hasn't been to the free throw line since the second quarter. She went 2 for 2 at the charity stripe there. 7 points. First free throw no good for Shepard. East Central's played some great defense here in the second half. They've held Southmoore to just 12 points in 13 points now that Shepard made the free throw. 13 points in 12 minutes of play. East Central layup swatted away from behind.
Wow. What a great play by Hannah defensively. She let her go by her because she knew she was going to come over behind her and block the shot out of bounds, and exactly what she did.
Lauren Billy has the top of the key, does the smart decision of pulling it back up top. Right wing to Mack. Mack, bounce pass to Moore. Moore hands off to Mack. Guarded by Alyssa Jones. Goes to her left to Peyton. Peyton to Billy. Billy pull up Jay at the free throw line, no good. Jones with the rebound. Alyssa Jones crosses half court, tosses top of the key. Turning around, double team coming, picks up her dribble, tosses it out to Shepard. Shepard at the free throw line, pull up Jay off the back iron, no good. Southmoore with the offensive board underneath. They go to Shepard, that is Hawkins, who misses the first but makes the second. And then loses her shoe. That wouldn't happen if they were KDs. I don't know. Do KDs stay on better than other shoes? I don't know.
I didn't see that in the ad that was a selling point.
Maybe those are KDs. I don't know. Are they? They look kind of like it. They are. There you go. That's what I get for trying to get into the shoe reference game.
That's funny.
20 points for Hawkins.
How are KD's Dallas Maverick colors? Those are Mav colors. I guess they come in all whatever combinations.
Kevin Durant doesn't care what color they are as long as you give him that money. They can be San Antonio black and silver. He doesn't care.
Oh boy, he might care about that.
He might care a little. He's still going to cash that check.
That's true. But reluctantly, okay?
East Central had a 1-and-1 on the free throw, missed the first. They won't get a second. Quickly down the other end, Southmoore comes racing to the basket. Was Kiera Hannah. Hannah gets fouled on her way up. She's standing at the free throw line, hands on the hips, waiting for the basketball to shoot 2. First free throw bounces off the back of the iron. Launches way up into the air, no good.
Hannah must be really cold-blooded because she's got a long-sleeve cotton shirt on underneath her jersey, plus leggings on underneath of her shorts.
Sometimes it's cold in the Mabee Center, man.
Well, you would think running up down the court would get you plenty warm. How much weight is added to a sweaty cotton shirt?
I don't know off the top of my head.
A lot.
Timeout East Central as they crossed half court. They lead by 2, 45-43. 2:41 left in the contest is the last of 8 games earlier today. We brought you 7 contests, which featured Muskogee beating Booker T. Washington with ease. Preston knocked off Adair, which was one of the surprises of the tournament today. Preston, despite Chelsea Dungy, the Sooner commit, being in foul trouble, knock off Adair. Fort Gibson beat Sterling behind 13 three-pointers. On the boys' side, it was a TOC running away from Lokiba Sickles. Glencoe bouncing back from last night's loss to Owasso by beating Tahlequah Sequoia. Ty Lazenby finished with 31 points and 15 rebounds in that win. On the winners' bracket, it was Memorial and A.J. Cockrell. He had his first 20-20 game, 27 points and 20 rebounds in their 52-48 victory over Edmond Santa Fe. And then Owasso knocked off Victory Christian in overtime. Shake Milton went for 40. Chris Crawford went for 34. There's your Tournament of Champions recap.
Very nice. There's a guy that's been here most of the day watching all the games, and he does the fist pumping during every break to the music. And by the end of the night here, half the crowd is doing the fist pumping with him.
What cracks me up is
now he's going to leave. He's done.
What cracks me up is he keeps changing seats.
Yeah, you'll find him all over the arena.
Like he's not in one place. Like every single game, he's in a different spot.
I first saw him in Section J, and then he moved over into Section K, and now he's over in Section N. Oh, no, he's moving closer. Thought he was leaving. He's moving down into Section M, I think.
Back to action on the floor. East Central extends their lead back up to 2 possessions with a basket from Danielle Moore, the sophomore, that's going to break out. Close to double figures.
She's not a starter. She's not a starter. She's coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Making things happen.
Danielle Moore picks up the foul, sending Hannah to the free throw line. Hannah misses the first of a 1-and-1. She won't get a second.
Moore with the rebound.
Yes, it was Moore with the rebound. Gets it off to a teammate. Now into the hands of Alexis Payton. Under 2 minutes to go. East Central on top by 4. Hands off to Billy. Billy with the left-hand dribble. Now drives into the lane. Gives it off to Moore. Moore runs it down. It looks like it touched off of Moore last. She thought it touched Hawkins last, so she didn't grab it before it went out of bounds.
That was a horrible pass. Moore had no chance to make that catch.
Southmoore back the other way, right to left here in the second half. Top of the key, now wide open for 3. Looked good, off to the left. Hawkins with the rebound. Gets it out to a teammate, Alyssa Jones. Now to Jamie Shepard, back to Jones. She'll launch for 3. In and out, no good. That almost went to the bottom of the cylinder before it popped out. Jones with the rebound.
No more. Moore got the rebound.
Moore with the rebound. Sorry, I keep calling her Jones.
Man.
Payton controlling the point. Nearing the 1-minute mark. East Central trying to survive here. What a come from behind victory this would be for Sammy Mack and the Lady Cardinals here in the second half as Lauren Billy runs through a defender, causing the foul. Lauren Billy will walk to the free throw line and shoot 1-and-1. She's made all of her free throws here tonight, 4 of 4. She's got 23 points. And we have a timeout on the floor from Southmoore. It's a 60. We'll take it with them. Stepping aside for 60 seconds. Lauren Billy at the free throw line. When we come back, it's the 50th anniversary of the Tournament of Champions.
From 2 stories to 20. From ready apps to emergency response. From your community to a nationwide network. The cleanup specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO. Everything under your roof, everyone under ours. Helping to make fire and water damage like it never even happened.
One minute and 2 seconds left. Lauren Billy 1-1. First free throw good. She'll get another. Give her 24 points. She scored 23 last night. She has 24 today against Southmoore. 62 seconds remain. East Central now up by 5, trying to make it 6. Billy makes the second free throw. It's a 6-point advantage, 49-43. Michael Knight, Kevin Ward courtside here at ORU, bringing you the 8th and final game of day number 2 at the Tournament of Champions. Hawkins goes to her right, throws a pass intended for Shepard, picked off by Chantel Mack.
But I think she stepped on the boundary, turns it over.
She did. Southmoore basketball. Inbound to Shepard. Shepard between the leg dribble. Now goes to her left to Alexis Young. Now onto the baseline to Hawkins. Hawkins off the glass and in. Give Hawkins 22 points. Another quick timeout. No timeout, just a whistle by the referees. Southmoore does have 3 timeouts left. East Central with 3. 39.8 seconds left. East Central inbound the pass. Chantel Mack up ahead to Peyton, but before the pass, she was fouled from behind. It was a good thing that Southmoore got that foul, because if she didn't, it was a 4-on-1 break for East Central.
I've always been curious why that's not an intentional foul. She reached out and grabbed the jersey.
Mack misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Lady Cats back the other way. Going all the way to the basket. Hey,
wow.
Danielle Moore just got out of her way and allowed Kiera Hanna a lane to go right to the hoop and get her 9th and 10th point. It's a 2-point advantage for East Central, 49-47 with 27 seconds left.
Well, the first rule of fast break defense is someone stop the ball. I mean, that's always rule number 1. And they just avoided rule number 1.
Like, altogether. It's kind of hard
like
to stop
rule number
the ball.
1 was get away from the person with the ball.
Like, just stand at, like, move. If they're coming directly for you, step aside.
Yeah, give them a clear path to the goal.
27.6 seconds left.
I mean, she drove past all 5 East Central defenders.
Yes.
Nobody stepped up.
No. Inbound pass to Billy. Billy immediately fouled. She'll walk to the other end of the floor. And
well, that's who you want if you're East Central.
Shoot 2 free throws. That was the 10th team foul on Southmoore, and you're absolutely right. 6 of 6 so far, but the old broadcaster jinx is a real thing. We'll see if it affects her here.
No.
Rattled that one in.
Jinx is broken. Where'd he go?
It's only a 3-point game. She's still got a shot to miss this and
the jinx
give
is over.
Southmoore.
Whoops.
There you go. She missed that one off
wow.
to the right. East Central, though, with a hustle play. Throwing it in, but to the wrong team. But just to have a shot is impressive. Southmoore back the other way. Going up with a shot is Hawkins. Hawkins fouled on the way up. Left it short. She'll go to the line to shoot 2, where she has been automatic. She's only missed 2 free throws tonight. And she is 12 of 14.
Wow.
From the charity stripe.
I understand Shea Brown's frustration. Hawkins came down on top of Brown, and they called the blocking foul on Brown. And it was after the shot. I mean, Hawkins, the ball had left her hand. She came down, hit the floor, and then ran into Brown, and they called a block on Brown, and they let her go to the free throw line.
20 seconds left, and we are at a 1-point game. Shea Brown with the pass. That was a dangerous pass from Shea Brown. She almost just handed it off to Mack on the inbound pass, but before Mack could get to her, she was held, trying to move around a defender, so she'll go to the other end of the floor and shoot 2 free throws. I'll tell you what, if the foul wasn't called, that might have been a turnover for East Central, because Brown literally just reached the ball out like a quarterback handing off to a running back there.
Yeah, they were fortunate that Jones was fouling the whole way. I mean, she wasn't playing the ball at all. I mean, she was pushing Billy or Mack the entire way. Timeout on the floor.
20 seconds left. East Central on top, 51-49. When we come back, Chantel Mack has a free throw after 30 seconds. This is the 50th anniversary of the Tournament of Champions.
From 2 stories to 20. From ready apps to emergency response. From your community to a nationwide network. The cleanup specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO. Everything under your roof, everyone under ours. Helping to make fire and water damage like it never even happened.
East Central trying to survive here and move on to the championship game of the Tournament of Champions to face the Muskogee Lady Ruffers. They lead 51-49 over Southmoore, and Chantel Mack about to step to the free throw line, awaiting the referees and awaiting Southmoore for her 1 free throw to put East Central up, possibly by 3 points here with 20 seconds left. Michael Knight, Kevin Moore broadcasting live at ORU. Our thanks also goes out to Kenny Rumsey, in-studio producer, Cole Ward, additional statistician. I don't know the name of the guy who's doing the stats here at ORU, but my thanks goes out to him as well.
Statman.
Statman.
I think that's what he likes to be called. Maybe Mr. Statman.
Mr. Statman. Dr. Statman? I don't know.
Professor?
Maybe. Mack back at the free throw line, takes a couple dribbles, spins the ball, another dribble, and flicks it up. Nothing but net. Nice confidence by Mack, and now on the inbound pass, Hawkins is fouled 80 feet away from the basket by Peyton. Aggressive defense from East Central. I understand why you play that aggressive defensively, because you want to keep Southmoore away from the basket and just try to waste as much time as possible, but you're playing too aggressive there.
Well, and you're playing the numbers here that even if she knocks down both free throws, you're going to get the ball back with a 1-point lead with 18 seconds left, but then they're just going to turn around and foul you immediately, and now you're only up 1. So I mean, it's it's a chess match and a guessing game and all of that. Wow.
Hawkins missed the front end of a 1-and-1, and Billy comes up with a miracle there, and she's going to get fouled by Hawkins. That was a questionable call. It happened about 10 feet in front of us. Billy was trapped on the end line and literally just ran herself into Hawkins to get the contact, and the referee, that was right there, gave her the benefit of the call.
But she also made a grimace. She had a grimace on her face.
Yeah. Contact hurt me.
Yeah. They hit me, even though she's the one who hit them. But all of that plays into, the whole act of deceiving the official into calling a foul on the other team, when actually you're the one who initiated all the contact.
Yes.
I think she even, groaned a little bit as well. I mean,
it was this, flopping 101.
She had the whole package going, man.
Billy makes the first free throw, puts it to a 2-possession game, 11.1 seconds left. 53-49. Danielle Moore checks out, possibly for the last time. Don't see her coming back into the game with 11 seconds left. She finished with 8 points. Billy made the second. Southmoore up ahead. Needs to get something in a hurry. Driving to the basket is the freshman. Leaves it short. Offensive board. Out to Jones for 3. 3-ball no good, and that's the end of it. Check that was, Alyssa Jones on the 3-ball for Southmoore. And East Central has come from behind to win 54-49. Kevin, final thoughts. East Central impressive second half. You gotta tip your hat to Sammy Mack and the job that they did here in the second half to slow down Southmoore and do a good job to get efficient looks on the offensive end.
Well, I think that was the deal. They had only hit 28% of their shots in the first half, and they did way better than that in the second half. And you kind of knew because they were getting good shots, and they had three-point shooters getting good looks at threes, and they weren't making any of those. And that's the thing about basketball is, you know, you've got shooters, you break out of that slump, and they did. And then, as you said, they started playing better defense. And all of a sudden, your offense is way better. You step up the defense. They weren't that far behind at halftime, and so they were able to make a comeback.
East Central moves on to face Muskogee in the championship game of the Tournament of Champions tomorrow night. Southmoore, who loses their first game of the season, will face Booker T. Washington tomorrow. And just an unbelievable shooting percentage for East Central in the second half. They shot 28% in the first half, turned around to shoot 52% from the field in the second half.
It was just the opposite for Southmoore. Look at that. Their numbers went from 42 down to 25.
Yeah, unbelievable adjustments at halftime. Plus the free throws. East Central shot 4 of 13 from the charity stripe in the first half, 12 of 16 from the charity stripe in the second half to finish at 55% for the game. Total points, Lauren Billy led all scorers with 28 points. She finished with 23 last night on her way to possible TOC MVP honors. The only other two players in double figures were on Southmoore. Kiara Hanna and Sarita Hawkins finished with 10 and 24 respectively. Hawkins finished with a double-double, 24 points and 14 rebounds. Shea Brown had 10 rebounds for East Central, finished with 7 points. And so East Central actually out-rebounded 33-32 by Southmoore, but they completely turned it around in the second half, outscored the Lady Cats 36-22 in the second half to advance to the championship game, where they will meet the Muskogee Lady Ruffers. Interesting game on tap tomorrow, and once again we'll have all 8 games of the TOC tomorrow, starting with the 7th place girls game at 9 a.m. featuring Adair and Sterling. That'll be followed by the 7th place boys game featuring Loki Basickles and Tahlequah Sequoia at noon. It'll be the girls consolation game with Fort Gibson and Preston. And at 1:30, the consolation boys game will feature Atoka and Glencoe. On the girls' side, 3rd place matchup at 4 o'clock is Booker T. Washington facing Southmoore. We'll see if the Lady Cats can bounce back. Then we'll have the 3rd place boys game with Victory Christian taking on Edmond Santa Fe. The girls' championship game set to happen at 7 o'clock with Muskogee facing off with East Central. And then the championship game on the boys' bracket will feature A.J. Cockrell and the Memorial Chargers taking on Shake Milton in the Owasso Rams. It's been fun. Day number 2 in the books.
Absolutely.
One more day.
This is a wonderful time of year. Christmas, New Year's, and the Tournament of Champions.
I'll see you here in about 7.5 hours.
Absolutely.
All right, for Kevin Ward, for Cole Ward, for all of our in-studio producers, for all of the broadcasters today, Patrick Masick, Matt Reynolds, Mark Stacy, I'm Michael Knight. It's been a fun day. Number 2, we wrap things up here at the 50th anniversary of the Tournament of Champions tomorrow, both on your home for sports, the Sports Animal, and OKHardwood.tv.
From 2 stories to 20. From ready apps to emergency response. From your community to a nationwide network. The cleanup specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO. Everything under your roof, everyone under ours. Helping to make fire and water damage like it never even happened.